Alright, welcome back to Terra Invicta. This is our Humanity First series. This will be episode 3, so we will load into the episode 2 save that we made at the very end. So, as always with this series, we're going to be going over all of the relevant comments for strategies, tips, etc., from the last episode. So the first, we'll start off with Simon Gomez saying that as you start getting more control points, I would definitely take over a couple of oil countries and run max spoils on them for a few years. I was running negative 1k money a month and was still building my money up because I was running spoils on Saudi Arabia. You can focus on other priorities and it really simplifies resource management. I was able to spend all the money I made on my army in India and gain 0.2 tech level per year through direct investment alone. Do not underestimate the usefulness of direct investment. So that is very true. direct investment. I've been meaning to mess around with direct investment a lot more in this campaign because I haven't used it that much in the past. And also on oil countries. As we've seen in this campaign, I've already been doing that with Venezuela. I plan on doing that with more countries. It's just Venezuela was free to go into, quite frankly put. It's free to go into, low CP cap, it's barely over 10, and most of the other ones, not so much Iran, but mainly Iraq, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has high CP compared to Venezuela, and Iraq was already occupied by the servants. They already had the control point, not cracked down over there while I was taking Venezuela. But I definitely will move into, especially Saudi Arabia, something like probably not the Gulf states, because this is a core economic region rather than resource regions, which I want to spoil. So ideally, once I abandon all of these surrounding nations around that I'm using to gain control points in China, I will be ditching them all for something like Saudi Arabia. All subline, this is more of like a developing chain of comments, but the most recent one was I was referring more specifically to the US, where resting cohesion is very low. So we'll go ahead and pull up India here for reference. That's not a problem with India in your playthrough. India's problem is resting unrest, but that's much easier to fight than cohesion drift. Edit, inequality only improves resting cohesion. If resting cohesion is 5, you don't really need welfare. And while that is true, as we want to spam GDP, which we will be, and as we spam GDP for India to really be our main science, more so than even China, our main GDP science, like economic prosperity region, this is not something we need to focus on keeping low out of bonuses it will give us, but more of something we need to focus on keeping low due to the fact that if it spirals out of control, as we can see in like AI controlled China, to where if this gets up to extreme, generally our stats in the nation can become extremely hard to manage and control, far beyond than just spending little bits of welfare to keep this nipped at the bud. Another thing, as I was mentioning, really annoying for Intel, somebody mentioned, Agent Rhino, you can shift click the tabs to change all factions in one go. Very useful. Thank you very much, Agent Rhino. Extremely useful. That will save me lots of headaches, especially when the text decides to bleed on multiple of these. I can just boom, boom, solve it all at once. Very, very good. James C. From watching other playthroughs, administration is the best stat to max for most agents. I agree. If I had a PC, I'd be doing 1 permanent advise on the main country. I am doing that. The rest out trying to expand your empire. It's relatively what I'm trying to accomplish. Even if you have to take over and abandon control points, you can still set spoils and get money till someone else takes. So I will discuss that. They also decrease the hate MC generates. True, so you can go to 120-ish. I'm guessing you're getting that 120-ish from the 90 number you mentioned later on, from most of us, Peruin. If I scroll all the way down to the bottom, somebody, I think, here mentions it in the comments under, yep, all subline mentions underneath the comment of James C. that he wants to point out that you do not get money from spoiling a country you have abandoned. The control points are cracked down, and spoils don't go to cracked down control points. Very true. And later on, somebody mentions we shouldn't Akhoriel, Akhoriel, don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct. Definitely not. But they say that you shouldn't really be spoiling nations you plan to hold on to the long term. Myanmar, for example, can be integrated into India, so I think it's worth trying to fix. So the reason for that, quite frankly put, Myanmar holds less than 5% of India's current population. So when it's integrated, it will do nothing to the stats here, which all Sublime mentions. Beneath that comment, when you unite it, it averages things out like literacy/GDP per capita, inequality using a population weight. No damage to Myanmar is going to touch India due to India's huge populations. That was my train of thought exactly when I started spoiling Myanmar and Bangladesh. Bangladesh is quite a bit higher, which is why I'm trying to not completely destroy it, and also why this is another country I will be going back into once I abandon these others. Once I abandon these others, the two countries I hope to get as like many pickups as I can later on after fully occupying China will be Bangladesh and Saudi Arabia, to more of control the sphere of influence, and after those, Indonesia, to morely unite the Pan-Asian-ish sphere of influence. Indonesia gets good claims on the rest of these, and high base population is always good along the equator. Boost, army, core economic region. Very tri-centered strategy as most people go towards in late game. So Myanmar's population is simply in the most evil way possible. There's not enough people there for me to really give a flying crap about, and also most of their stats are already toast anyway, so probably military intervention at some point in Myanmar in a conquest is the route we will be taking for this country. Yep, so Fighter leaves a comment. Not a whole lot of time to write this. Gotta say, watching this, the phrase that comes to mind was, that's XCOM, baby. I definitely feel that. So hitting the 5% money rolled and missing all those public campaigns, well, that's the way it goes, especially from the people who also really love XCOM, the developers of this game. Anyway, you forgot to get India to unrival China by ceding territory. That was lowering your odds for a control nation. But now that you're in, it's probably not be worth it. So, you'd sort of be right. But if I can, I would love to unrival Pakistan, which we can, which we will. And, well, first, we'll do this, because we eventually want to ally for integration. And, of course, yeah, China is not really excited to do that with us. But definitely Pakistan, on that note, definitely will, because we want to work towards getting allies with India, but in mainly some of these weird countries. If the UK starts to go off the rails like it has in some of my playthroughs, I will definitely unally it with Myanmar, but with how many allies they have, including the US, it doesn't really seem worth it at this point. Not Myanmar, Pakistan. And then he mentions, I'm not sure you get money from spoiling a nation you abandon. Yes, myself and All Sublime, we were both aware that, yes, when you crack down a point, the priority stays, but the profits to yourself do not. So that's why it's so many people agree that the best thing to do is to just leave it on building MC once you leave, because MC is something you're always going to need. Ground-based MC is free, extremely useful, and is 1,000 times better than space-based MC because of the cost it takes to upkeep. So on that note, leaving littler nations, like when I go to abandon this nation, I'm just going to pump it all into space flight. Not so much Afghanistan. Myanmar, when I go to abandon, I'm just going to shove it all in space flight, etc., etc. He also mentions, but completely ignoring Luna could be a massive error. Most resources there are low, but sometimes can have enough fissiles to make it worth it. Case in point, my China game had a few spots with 7, and one with around 45. That one later got hit by a meteor that increased it by 50% after a good dice roll. Not likely to happen, sure, but amazing if it does. Very true, fighter. The main reason I'm ignoring Luna is it is very much back to what I've said in the past. I'm trying to get reliant strategies that will work for generally everybody. Regardless on this campaign, the only really true luck thing that happened to me was that 5% money roll. And it's not like I've done anything with that humongous cash flow. I could easily get that money by spoiling countries. So it's not hugely impacted the game thus far, especially in terms of exotics, because I can't even access those 10 exotics I got. So generally I'm not trying to do... I will take every advantage I get, but I'm not going to do huge game-breaking glitches or bugs that may be patched and not are replicable for people down the line. Because I want this playthrough, this playlist in general, to be something that anyone can point to and be like, if you want a general strategy that will just work for pretty much any playstyle or just any... This will work for Exodus, this will work for Humanity First, and you can fine-tune it to exactly what you need later. Watch this. You know, there's no real specialty gameplay going on here beyond just trying to do things as effectively as possible. I've noticed the Resistance has gained a huge following in my country, so I probably will want to fix that here in a second. We'll go ahead and speed up.
Lending my expertise.
So, Alvor Real says, IMO, Luna is a crapshoot. I definitely agree with you, Alvor Real. I personally think Luna is a big pile of steaming garbage. Let's see here. Subversion, Pakistan, yep, keep going. He says that I had played 4 games just to get to the moon, and had a friend poke at the files. Allegedly, the weighting is balanced and fair, but my experience has actually been that Luna was consistently very, very poor. I've had the same experiences. He even had one game where it spawned virtually 0 fissiles, 0.2 or something, and 0 noble metals. So he said he's burned out on that front. Personally, and this is just me, he says, I'd like to take a criminal early on. Stacking the high-level criminal organizations gives you a really nice boost to early game funding. That is very true. Early game criminal is pretty legit, in my opinion. Hopefully, if this goes off, we're about to go way over the CP limit here. Oof. Yeah, don't be abandoned time.
We've got our people in place.
So let's pause right now. We're way over. So here, spaceflight. Spaceflight. How many? You're 5 each. Yep. Spaceflight, see you later. We don't actually have the CP to take China fully, which is kind of awkward. But if we have it to where we have 100% of the public opinion and like 2 of these control points, it's going to make it, for all intents and purposes, impossible for somebody else without alien intervention to be able to take one of these control points, while also allowing us to actually get in here and do what we need to do slowly but surely. So spamming Unity will definitely increase party popularity here. But it's really going to toast this. I think what we're actually going to do in the short term is something like this. I want to fix this inequality. I want to start fixing this. China China, we could make so much science out of China, it would be ungodly if we could actually fix the totalitarianism. I mean, it's making more than India at 1.7 totalitarianism, and India is almost like full democracy, or the second stage of flawed democracy. Alpha Real, after the criminal suggestion, says that I'm afraid my advice is pretty much just my personal opinion at this point. Well, I'll be honest, Alpha Real, that is pretty much everyone's advice at this point, is just personal opinions. But I really do think hunting down the admin organizations are worth it. Yes, I do agree with that. And so is turning the enemy counselors and sniping a few good ones. I do agree with that as well. It's easier to keep your enemy suppressed than have to fight them once they're strong. When it comes to recruiting people, quick learner is worth more than slightly higher stats. I do agree. So try to pick guys that all have that. Other than that, I'd say you're doing fine, more or less. Just that China has proven to be too difficult, lol. Thank you very much. When it comes to hate and MC, I prefer to go lower on my MC to give me more hate to work with. That lets me take more offensive actions more often, and because of how I play, I can aggressively suppress the servants pretty well. My thinking is that it's also better not to waste resources on stuff you know is just going to get blown up. So even if I don't build as strong of an economy outright, I'm building less rebuilding things being destroyed. Also, rush to get the science boost from being the first to do stuff. First colony, first ship in space, etc., etc. Denying that to the AI is pretty good. I do agree with that. That is, the MC comment is exactly why I like colonizing all of Mars. I want to own all of Mars. If I could have, say, a tier 2 base on all of these, we have one MC for the base, so we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Well, one from a base, if we just pull out a calculator real quick and do the quick math here. 16, okay, one from each, cool. And you can add that to, what? Level 1 mine, I think is 1. Level 2 mine, I think is, I want to say 2 MC upkeep. Level 3 mine is 3 MC upkeep. So what, 2 times 16 is 32, plus 16, you're looking at 48. Each moon, throw another 4 on there, that's 52. We're going to throw a satellite in there. Let's just say we do some, you know, some decent, let's say we put a big boy satellite, a tier 3 satellite in orbit around Mars really quickly. So there's another 3, 55. We completely fill up LEO. All 16 interface orbit slots are ours. 71. Okay, it's way under the 90 that we needed before. And now we're poking at, okay, let's throw another 8 MC in there to get all of Ceres with level 2 mines. 79. You can see how just concentrating the strategy in between just Earth, just Mars, and just one big asteroid out here, like Ceres, to get all of the water. Basically, Mars gets you all of this. Boom. Ceres, the water you need. And this also acts as a staging base, as a way more in-between point in between somewhere like, say, Saturn. So this is a lot easier to control than bases all over the asteroid belt and all of that. But also on that point, concentrating MC allows you to save MC here and there in a lot of different ways. If you're building over Venus, Mercury, Earth, Mars, and a couple asteroids, well, you're probably going to need a station around there. You're going to need to station some ships there. You know, and that kind of stuff. And so a couple MC on ships, a couple MC on some construction bases around the planet, and boom, that's an extra like 20 MC that could be, say, just concentrated onto 4 more, 6 more mines on just Mars. But yeah, I'm still trying to, as fast, refine a flush Martian strategy. I don't think we're going to be able to do it this campaign. I think we're going to have to get Marines pretty early and start assaulting bases and taking them very early, because I don't think we're going to have near the boost we need to actually pull off a full sweep of Mars, because what I found is to build bases in space that don't take boost to launch from Earth, you need a construction thing, a construction ring or whatever. I'm blanking on the name. But by the time you get that researched or build that, other AI tend to found bases. So the only way to guarantee that off-rip you get everything is to have enough boost to fill the entire thing in one go. And also have the MC to do that all in one go, which is really annoying. Which is why we're going to turn a bit of MC on here. I'm going to start getting some MC here. And of course, what we're going to do is transition this welfare building into mission control building. We're still keeping our 70. We'll do this. We're keeping our high 80 from that first comment, 70 to 80 for a couple years. I think funny enough, we're actually like 1 year after the point we originally said. So in 1 more year time, we'll reassess. The GDP has grown by a massive amount, which is really good. Really nice to see.
Your orders?
So you, perfect. Geez, you're really bad at this. Spend a little cash, get your boost up to something not completely atrocious. We'll go ahead, defend interest, just in case the resistance tries anything. And there's a counselor here. So we need to find out what they're doing immediately. So let's go find out who they are.
At your service.
Not a big fan of random counselors just existing in China. And we do plan on... That's the thing, is we could toss Pakistan away for now for practically a whole nother control point in China. Is that worth it? I don't know. Could be. Could be not.
I will tell our story.
I'm gonna think about it. Himalayan states. Go ahead and abandon. We want the influence over this. Go ahead and abandon these. North Korea. I'm keeping it. I'm under now, and it's worth to just keep for the 1 nuke. I mean, it's, you know, it's a back pocket nuke if we ever need to Hail Mary.
Offering assistance.
Making things safe for our people.
Whoa, massive megafauna in Ukraine. Well, if the Russians are going to complete their occupation over Ukraine, they're
We found nothing of note.
even though the servants control those armies, they are going to be forced to fight against the aliens if they want to actually finish the war in Ukraine. I'm gonna have him repeat that mission. That's very bad that it fell. Or, very, not bad, but very unlikely.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
2%, okay. Yep, alien base.
We've moved the needle.
Yep, more popular in India. Keeping the same track. Okay, they put their station up. I'm gonna keep looking through the comments here. I think that was most, if not all, of every comment now. Under the fighter comment, Agent Rhino also left a comment saying, in my Exodus playthrough, Luna had a spot with 11 missiles, which is the most in the inner solar system. The rest were garbage, though. Okay, so yep, they took my control point in Myanmar. Inevitable. So yeah, just agreeing more along with the points that Luna is
Ready for my mission.
very much not worth it in a lot of cases. So what we can do now. Yep, still getting tons of money, so we'll send him
Ready.
to increase popularity
Standing by for orders.
in China.
Orders.
Ready for orders.
You're really bad. Not worth a full
Reporting
send.
in.
How's his chance for actually taking the next
Acknowledged.
control point? Yep,
Bring
I'm gonna start
them
rolling.
on board.
Standing by.
We'll do
I
that
will
for
try
now.
to
I just
sway
want to
the
see,
public.
so if we abandon Venezuela, which I really don't want to do because there's a ton of money rolling in right now, it's 10, no, not worth it. I'll pay the influence before I lose that money. Laos, this can go. North Korea, so that's what, 13 change right now? No, 7. 7 abandonable cap. So nowhere near enough to having China. We can just take a hit to influence right now and temporarily go over cap and hold on to another Chinese control point, which I think I will, no matter what.
I will help them.
But the question is, well, do I go for a 4th and abandon Pakistan for that? I think the answer to that is very much no.
Cleaning things up.
Okay, so it's a protectorate trying to control the United States. Okay. We're gonna assassinate this person, if at all possible. That cannot be allowed to exist. Quite
Our
frankly
cause
put.
is unjustified to them.
Looks like they disappeared, or they're behind this wall of... Yep, they're just behind this wall. Yep, lost the control point. They're at a 30%.
Our presence is
We got our control
growing.
point. They got their control point. That's extremely bad. We got our army group. We're now a lot over. We're still making good influence, so I say that's fine for now. Yeah. I'm gonna need you to blow her away
What's the
immediately. There's a lot of reasons why we can't let them just have China,
We must persuade the people.
and
Reporting in.
one of those,
I
big
will
one of
try
those,
to
we'll
sway
go ahead
the
and copy
public.
down here. So what we're actually going to do is now full send to mission control in Kazakhstan, because we have the boost to launch. It's about 6 to fill a slot, and it's going to be about 69 once we get the right text to actually put a mine down, but we're less concerned about getting mines and more about just placeholdering down. So we really need to get MC rolling. I kind of started this too late. I didn't realize that. I've always had good MC because I've controlled stuff like United States and Canada and built MC there. So here's our outpost mining tech. Not super concerned with taking that really, at any rate, due to the fact that, well, not. Yep. So we assassinated her. I assume she was on a way to probably complete another control nation role. So yeah, she had to go. This guy,
We're winning their
he's going to
hearts
be
and
hunting
minds.
agents in the United States now. That's gonna be his deal. These 2 other people,
Our cause is
he's gonna be hunting them.
unjustified to them.
Hunting them down, seeing who they are, and if they're protectorate, blowing them away. Can't risk, well, can't risk, it's already happened. The United States of America has been taken by the alien sympathizers. If you know about the goals and objectives of this game and how they work, you will know
Investigating target.
that the
What's the
servants have their win condition, their
I
win
will
con
tell our
for
story.
short there, is unite the alien nation and announce their supremacy over the world at the United Nations building in New York. So basically it would be all-out war if the servants were taking these slots. I don't know how that win condition works exactly, but from the way I see it is if they control the United States of America and turn it over to the alien nation, I think that just fulfills that win condition for them immediately. Regardless, if you are playing as the servants, the best nation and the best start to play in the game is the United States of America for very, very obvious reasons at that point. The servants, however, have a different win condition. This is getting to be more spoilery because it happens later on. Is they want to create battle stations all around the world to keep humans on the planet, and the servants will, of course, take their rightful place as humanity's overlords in the aliens' stead to watch over us, of course. So, that's very reminiscent of a very, very old game that I played once upon a time. I can't for the life of me remember it, but it was like very, very old, and it was basically along the lines of you
Offering
controlled
counsel.
you were a human colony, or Urquan. Yes, let me Google this real quick. Star Control 2. There you go. Star Control. That would be the name of the series I was looking for. Star Control, if you've ever heard of that. Basically that thing, to where they basically, the plot of the story is you come back, and you're from some far off, basically you exodused it, and you come back, and the Earth is surrounded in what they call a slave shield, which is basically, you either become a battle thrall for the aliens, which is very reminiscent of what these aliens are doing to other species in the plot, or you get enslaved like Protectorate style on your planet, and you get to go nowhere. And in Star Sector, the humans chose the Protectorate option of being trapped on Earth forever. Very sad. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking of. I wonder if they took... Yep, she worked with the servants. Okay, well, this person is dead as far as I'm concerned already.
The people will come to our side.
Yeah. Can't risk
Public opinion is moving in
dirty
our
servant
direction.
agents in the US of A. Not an option. Speaking of, lost a control point. We can go to resources here. Boop boop. That fixes everything. Very good. Servants, yep, over CP, or yeah, everyone other than the Protectorate is over CP. I used to think that the Protectorate wasn't such bad guys. And then I learned of their win condition, and then I want to exterminate them as much as the servants. Less so, though. But even more so at the same thing, because I don't get as big of a hate malice with the aliens for killing their operatives. But seeing as how I have all the time in the world for this hate to burn down, and I literally have 0 MC, well, quite frankly put, there's really nothing for them to retaliate against at this point. So, might as well execute that servant agent. We'll go ahead and defend interest in China, just to make it more difficult for other people to encroach. We're still boosting the economy here. I'm unbelievably tempted to abandon and go for another control point. We're going to control another control point, and we're going to see what limit that brings us up to, or down to on influence. And the reason that'll matter is if I can survive on that, what I'm going to do is go one more even deeper down that rabbit hole. So this guy can take the securities. Why? He just has the slots, got it. So we actually want it on this guy because espionage is the very thing he needs. We're gonna temporarily take down the semi. Oh, we can get Southern Sword. Not as good. So we'll take the securities. Once he gets 20, we will take the Neb intelligence off and then assign him the semiconductor group again. Arthur Pultz, he is our advised bot, so he can go ahead and take that knowledge group. We take a shave through. Yep. So yeah, we'll see where this takes us. At this point, just controlling more of what's going on in China, I think is a really good idea.
They got away.
You got away. Repeat that. Blow them away.
Public
They
sentiment
moved
is
back to
increasingly with
Russia.
us.
Okay, I might want to cancel that mission. They have
We're winning their
the
hearts
home
and
field
minds.
advantage. And especially when there's another unknown counselor to be checked out in the US of A. Might as well go check that out before getting yourself captured trying to assassinate somebody.
We were
In
unable
Moscow.
to establish control.
Yep, orgs have updated. Let's go ahead and check them out as the game wants to shit itself as I do this. Okay, so really
Where
nothing
do
good.
you need me?
So assassinate, I
What's
assume
the
it's
op?
actually still really good. I'm so tempted to do that, but
Surveilling
we will
target.
continue with our original
Your
purpose of
orders.
defending the United States of America from afar.
We'll be running this place in no time.
Something I want to do. Let's take a look. So this woman is not very good. She's a demagogue, but it's not very useful for me at this point. Don't need pacifists, don't need streetwise. So, arguably, let's replace her with another persuasion person. So, celebrity, good chance. You are famous. She can go, or he can go to ground. He's Chinese. Another help there. He's a fanatic. So that's good. He's wealthy, He's really no worse than she is. He just has better traits. The only thing I'm wondering is, National Hero, does that upgrade from something? Well, we'll find out. We'll go ahead and unequip the orgs from her. Go ahead and dismiss her. Recruit new. And of course, Yakai, you. Recruit. Augment. Yep, you can get National Hero, so really no loss. Cool, we want persuasion stuff on him. But nothing too crazy. Well, we want this. Take our monthly income back. And we'll call it there on him for now. We'll rush National Hero for the +3 persuasion, and he will be set to China duty, pretty much. That'll be his job.
Lending my expertise.
Helping the people of China, you know, everything to do with China. He will be the
Person
admin of
of
China.
interest surveyed.
And eventually, probably the persuasion bot of China. Okay, Project Exodus. Not really interested in assassinating that. Boom. Yep, all-out invasion priorities. So we've activated the alien threat monitor, so we can go take a peek at that to see if me assassinating that person, I doubt it did with our literally 0 MC, did anything. High thrust probes would be useful, but at this point, we've already sent them, so It's... Let me go take a look at that probe if it's not already arrived and I've missed it like a doofus. Yeah, October, August, September, October, it's pretty much already there. We'll do Xenology Lab. Continue on the trend, do a little bit of Xenology Lab because we know we will want to set those up.
If it isn't ours, it's somebody.
There's mission to asteroids.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Very cool. There goes the rest of the Himalayan states.
Our
There's
supporters
another control
are in
point. Boom.
place.
Yeah, we're way now toasted under. So what we can do immediately is just pause. And before we go, spaceflight program. Abandon. And now we're way back. What we're also going to do is abandon Laos, because at this point I'm more interested in the MC. Not the MC, the influence back, and that is going to be all of the Chinese control points that we are going to be able to really afford to hold at the moment. We're going to pump welfare just a bit more and continue on. Boom, reusable rockets, very good. Go ahead and get that mining outpost. Got the next army group. And we can go back to here and see if there's any... Nope. We can go ahead and throw this onto him because we want that thing back. Officer. I don't want to make him famous because that leads to... it's not that bad, but it's not 40 XP good. Neither is that. There must be an event or something. If you know, leave a comment down below of why exactly wealthy for... you know, oh, I see your money. He's prosperous. He makes 3 monthly income. That's nothing. It's monthly. It's not daily, so it's not even that good. It's monthly. Why is it 80 XP to get $2 more a month when you could get 4 stat increases? I don't get it. But we're gonna remove his Earthbound. I don't want him to be Earthbound. I need him to go to space at some point. Might as well remove that Earthbound now. With this guy, we're in China. We just need help controlling China. So now it's time to start boosting his admin. It's time to boost everyone's admin as far and as fast as possible as it will go. His admin's not
Ready
bad.
for my mission. Acknowledge.
His admin's actually really good. Is there anyone? There is somebody pooping around in America. Can I send him to investigate, or
Ready
anyone
for my
else?
mission.
No.
For orders. Where to?
Sad. But what we'll do is just for a turn to see how much this is.
Lending
We'll send
my
him to advise China.
expertise. Your orders.
This guy will continue
At
to
your
fund
service.
those public campaigns in
At
China.
your service.
And down here, we gotta fix his persuasion and stat. We'll send him to auto do Saudi Arabia because we know we want to get in there eventually. Confirm.
Offering support.
Allows direct detection of alien operatives. Exactly what we've
I
been
will
waiting
help
on. So yeah, he's increasing the nation's output by 3, sure. GDP by 17, and the performance in his army. So mainly that 17 GDP is huge.
We will never
whoa.
know if Lise Meitner and Otto Hahn even dreamed that their discovery of nuclear fission
What
would one
happened
day
there?
be used to
Oh, a
build
new
spaceships.
control point
Let us
formed.
hope,
Oh,
nevertheless, that we would
so
have
there we
made
go. Oh,
them
that's
proud.
what pushed us way over the
Chancellor
cap.
Li Qingzhao
Oh no, that just
keynote
happened. Oh
speech
shit.
at the spaceport.
That ain't good. Okay, well, something unexpected happened. I didn't think this would happen as fast. Holy shit. We are pumping. Hijacked. Uh-oh. I don't want to pay that. No, I'm not paying that, though. Might as well do that. Yeah, there we go. Might as well do that. I've got plenty of special ops. Just another benefit of having tons of special ops laying around that throwing away 5 here or there is, quite honestly, completely free.
Is unjustified.
Permanent assignment. I just want him to
Our
roll that
case
to level up.
remains unheard.
We'll continue with him. India is now 6 control points. Publicize Alien Threat Project. We'll probably do that to help boost our influence. So there's the Xenology Lab. The first thing, though, is we need to start boosting alien movements, and instantly 3. Because, quite frankly put, we gotta find the aliens. Gotta find them. Gotta find them to kill them. It's the only way. Gotta find them to kill them. We still have this Bangladesh control point, so we're going to make this a lot like this, and then abandon. That's a lot more. Forgot about Bangladesh. That's a very bad mistake. I'm sure somebody was tearing their hair out in suspense. Oh my god, Commander P. Your control point. What the hell are you doing? I fixed it. We're making a lot more influence now. I'm very comfortable with this influence. This public Boyo. Send him to Saudi Arabia.
Ready for orders.
Because ideally we're just going to throw a coup in Saudi Arabia and call it a day. For advising, this guy is way better now in admin, so we're actually going to send him to advise here.
Where do you need me?
And this guy, we're actually going to switch him to
Restoring order.
reducing unrest.
Offering support.
Yep. Way better GDP increase. Just because he has the super org that the Humanity First gets. Of all of the orgs I've seen, in
Things
different
are cooling
playthroughs,
off.
Humanity First org, first orgs, that specialty one definitely seems the strongest. Of course, not beyond the Servants one, which literally just hands entire countries over to the aliens. Now, of course, that one is, for their goal, stupidly overpowered, but of the
We're winning their
what
hearts and
normal,
minds.
I guess normal gameplay is purposes, you know, the strongest one. So we'll set permanent there.
Public sentiment is
This is more of
us.
planning for
Remains unheard.
later expansion, but also just basically XP training simulator for those. We lost North Korea, that's fine. We can do a quick shuffle. Nobody's ready for a level up, so we can ignore that. Next person on the chopping block is maybe her, but she's government, so she's actually good. It's probably Arthur Potts here, who is on. Yep. High education, low persuasion, not very good, affluent, useless. Agitator was good early, but not now. He is probably the next on the chopping block, but definitely not right now. Once we move into more of a hostile version of the game in the mid-early game, he will definitely be replaced by another assaulty type guy, if that makes sense. You can get UNESCO for one of our counselors. That is insane right there, that it's granting, oh, it's granting government. Oh no, it has to have government? Weird. Granting Inspire mission. Not very good though. For at least what I'm trying to do.
Offering counsel.
But yeah, we're just full sending on the Indian economy here. Yeah, China's economy just take a huge
Things are
hit because of
stabilizing.
this. We're not investing
We hold
enough.
no sway in their
Yep, so here we go. Nuclear freighters. Immediately change project. Nuke freighters. April is really not soon enough.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
That's going to make it much
public
cheaper
sentiment is
to send these
increasingly
habs. Much, much, much cheaper. Looks like we're about to get our first actual mission control out of the Kazakhstan here. Want to boost this even more. We'll crank down the knowledge for now, and the welfare is in a decent place. Yep, more control points to the academy. It looks like they immediately abandoned. Oh, yep, control point in Pakistan makes very much sense. If we have the resistance as neighbors, I guess that's not the worst. Hopefully they won't burn the country to the ground. They'll just keep it warm for us till we can get back to it. New orgs. Don't know why I clicked that. Correct services. We get 9 para SF. Not bad. We can increase her admin. Is there any actual admin giving orgs here that we need to gun for immediately? It's looking like a no. We're not getting the best of rolls. Can't get the Aussies. We can't really afford the World Health Org. Can't really get the US stuff. Caledonia Industries is interesting, but definitely not worth 3 stars. The main thing is the 9 para SF is the most interesting for him, but the 9 para SF is not better than what he currently has, so I don't really see the big point there. Mars, April of 2025. Okay, so we do have time. April 15, 2025. April 16th. Okay, so we're pretty much going to be right on time. Literally a day short. That is dumb luck. I don't know how I did that, but we'll chalk it up to that's XCOM baby, I guess.
Offering
It's really
support.
good. And of course that margin will get ever increasingly more in our favor as we get more research. So, not too worried.
Order is returning.
We've moved the needle.
Public opinion is moving in our
Or crack
direction.
down Kazakhstan makes
No
sense.
sway in their minds.
That's not good. It's definitely the resistance. Okay, Pakistan. I don't get this. The AI does this. They take my control point in Pakistan, but then immediately leave it. And it's doing spoils, which doesn't give them anything. And same with the academy. I don't know. I mean, they get control of the army, but that's for every like
What's the
one really smart thing the AI does, it does another one that just makes no sense,
Taking it
and
to
I
them.
just
I'm
become
here.
ever more increasingly confused. So, obviously go
Making our
there.
case.
You can't defend
Where to?
interests,
Making our case.
which means
Where to?
we're at least keeping the executive there. That's pretty much how that is. And I think, for relations here, rivals, unaligned. Yeah, until we take the actual seat of power here, we're not really going to be influencing Chinese politics, which
Securing our control.
is understandable. We fortified here. It's not going to help this other control point. It's kind of lazy micro from me. I'm going to do this. I almost always do that one. I don't know all the rules when it comes from turning my guys
Public
in
opinion
loyalty
is
meters.
moving in our direction.
So that scares me. So I'm willing to pay the
Silence is
influence to not accidentally cuck myself, if that makes any sense.
Target destroyed.
Cool, the Phonic's gone. Yep, she's going over to Russia. Yeah, oh, it's the initial. Okay. Basically, we're just going to go right back in after this. There's now a ton of operatives here. They smell blood in the water.
Ready for my mission.
Ready.
We're just going to come right back in
Terminating
and
the
purge that
opposition.
immediately,
Where to?
while also
Ready
spamming
for
public
orders.
campaigns to get my stuff
I
back.
will tell our story.
I'm here.
In Chad, yep. And this is why I also like having tons of special ops, because I can send somebody who's really mediocre and just keep consistently
going in.
boosting her
Acknowledged.
to do good things with it, while largely
things
more
safe.
ineffective people are taking care of the grunt work, like this, while the Mega Chads go and deal with the real problems. The Indian economy continues to boom forward. Pretty much once we launch to Mars with the nuclear freighter tech,
Public sentiment is
keeping that
increasingly with us.
here on track. Yep, so it just continues to go further down April 5th. So once our Martian window opens up to launch to Mars,
Things are
that
cooling
is
off.
when I'm going to restructure. I take that back. We're going to start yearning off here, waning towards a more mission control based here. We've done what we've wanted-ish right now, but we are really going to bottleneck ourselves if we don't get some more mission control in stat. So I think it's the utmost priority for me to do something like this. 5842. No. What?
We are in control.
Oh, that's
now.
Bangladesh. Right. See, and they abandoned this originally. Ugh. Whatever. I can't be bothered. We'll unite with them eventually.
Ready for my mission.
We took that control point back. It's kind of a...
Making
We'll defend
things
interest
safe
there. It's
for
kind of
our
a
Standing by for
catch-22.
orders.
Immediately go back to advising in
I will help them.
India.
Reporting in.
We can crack down the servant point. They already cracked it down themselves. See this? I just don't get it. They move in and instantly crack it down. I am just confusion. What's this? 32? I'll spend a little bit of money. Oh, here we go. This is what we're looking for. So who really needs this? This guy. We max him. It seems counterintuitive to all in on one guy. But it's necessary for the simple reason that we need him to instantly be able to assassinate an alien. Okay, he can become a criminal. This will make him exponentially more useful than he currently is. We will just continue to boost this though. Confirm. Let's roll.
Protecting our interests.
Yep, protecting our interests.
Lending
Sure,
my
sure.
expertise.
Expertise, I'm sure. Kazakhstan must fix this.
Tell me what we need to send more
What
people
we're going
further,
to do now is
faster.
actually reverse
Otherwise,
the
we'll be stuck
course.
playing defense forever, and that's just a slow way to lose.
Yep, and
Commander
Fiona
Fiona Ayawade.
Yep,
technical
Ayawade
briefing.
is very true with this quote. You can't be stuck playing defense forever, but playing on the defensive and
Order
playing
is
from the
returning.
shadows is a very,
We're winning their
very
hearts.
good thing. So they finally conquered Ukraine. The only good thing that came out of that, in my opinion, was the servants, the alien lovers, were forced against their will practically to attack the alien megafauna. Otherwise, they would have allowed it to trample continuously all over Eastern Europe and probably down into the Middle East, to where it would have eventually been stopped by, hopefully at that point, the Iranian military, the Turkish military, or it could have gotten as far west as Germany before it really got stopped, which is scary. Permanent assignment her. If we can just keep ticking away in America, that's really useful. We can see here all the investment points. That's mainly what I want to keep boosting the economy for at this point. Investment points, faster, faster. Very good. We'll pull these two off. 60, 72, 28 I think is pretty reasonable. Keep with that.
Reporting in.
What we were saying. I don't want to waste his turn
What's the
investigating. Can literally
I'm
anyone
here.
else do it?
Reporting in.
No. Okay.
Acknowledged.
Shame.
Standing
That's why
by.
I need a command
On the
guy.
way to the
I need,
target site.
because this guy,
Where do you need me?
he may have a police
Ready
officer
to
and he
go.
may be an officer, but he is a stone cold hitman at this point, and we don't have that yet. Damn it. This would have been a case to track an alien. But we really need him to be the hitman, and we need another guy, or lady, to be a commander, basically, to go around from place to place and to
We'll
really
make our appeal.
knock down, basically be on permanent xenoflora, deforestation and that kind of stuff. Gotta keep that xenoflora
The people
beat
will
down.
come to our side.
Permanent assignment in
Things
Kazakhstan.
are stabilizing.
The people will come
Investigative
to our side.
services,
Our case remains
not exactly the
unheard.
most exciting. Can't really do that. This is the only thing, but it takes
Here's what we
criminal,
found.
and even then, I only need assassinate on the one guy, really. Multiple people with assassinate is useful, but that's really going to be a job for somebody like this.
Standing by.
Immediately more.
We'll recon the site.
Malaysia this time? Ugh. And that's the thing, is we really gotta take care of the alien operatives already on Earth. Because we can see here, Victor 7 is going to Ganymede. 9 is going to Titan. None of these current victors, as we see here, are on an intercept course with Earth, meaning none of them have operatives on them. Meaning, if we were to assassinate a operative on Earth, they're going to have to get a new one from way out here and ship them in. Meaning, if we assassinate a alien operative on Earth, we could be without interference from the aliens for a couple months of no alien interference, which would be amazing. The GDP is climbing, so I'm fine with this. More mission control, GDP climbing, all green line go up. China, you do you. I'm not so concerned with actually developing China right now, because we don't really have the control points to really afford for China to boom at this point, along with India booming.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We can't really
Order is returning.
afford a double boom at this point. It's just unobtainable for our control point cap. It's just continuing to rise out of control.
Recon complete.
That's it. Yeah, it's getting pretty bad. Most of these other control things are just going to either be military. Colombia is proposing to end. Might as well. Might as well go
Acknowledged.
back to normal relations.
I'm here.
No, not a coup. We defend
Protecting
interest in
our
India.
interests.
How are you
Standing
doing
by
in the
for
USA for
orders.
boosting? Useless. Okay, come back. Okay, so she's on the chopping block. Let's find somebody useful. Quite frankly, but you're complete garbage. You're so bad, it's not even funny. So, Commando. Here we go. Assault, investigate, assassinate, stabilize, detain. Alright. Low profile. Perfect. He's a hard target. Even better. Survivor. Alright. You're hired. And you're fired. She can't really do any persuasion or really anything we want. She's just really bad. And this new guy, we're gonna quickly take a peruse just in case. Nope, pretty much he's the only good commander guy. Boom, let's take him. Bada bing, bada boom. And might as well give him the +1 command there. The reason he's good is because he's instantly useful with this. Unlike her, he has a use immediately.
Reporting in.
Your orders.
Nope, defend interest.
Securing our
Don't waste your
interests.
time. Go back
Where to?
now, please. Not detaining. No, no, no. Advising
I will
India.
help them.
First, we have to check. We saw that it was possible for somebody to get the research and analysis wing, which is amazing for him. Really can't afford to get rid of that at all. Or that. I could ditch one here. I could ditch Snow Leopard in the private investigations. As we shift to more of this. If I can peel like these, I could lose this and be happy. Aegis Defense, because we have a command guy now. We want espionage. He has high command, sure, but that's just from the executioners. So ideally we want, even though he has high command, that's really just a byproduct of being good, which is sure, but the espionage now is what we mainly want to focus on. These command orgs, which we have stockpiled, as this man will boost nothing now but administration, these will go on to him. So we have our commando, which can be assaulting and investigating on repeat, and stabilizing when he can't do that, with our officer who will be advising when we need him to, and hopefully on the downturns here, he cannot investigate counselor, but he can surveil location. So they're going to be a dynamic duo of when an event pops or an alien pops, he's going to be surveilling the location while this man investigates it, and then on the opposing turn, he will be probably assaulting whatever is there or investigating where the alien moved to, while then he investigates the detected alien. A tag team, a dynamic duo of mystery they will be. We're losing influence now. We're growing too much. We're too big. So on that note, I'm all F4ing the Chinese economy. I need mission control. I can't afford to pay for these countries anymore. Full send. That's how it is. And for you, I know I need more of it, quite frankly, but there's the direct detection. Alright. Easy clap. Global listening post. Very good. But I don't need that. What I do need commercial rocket. It's too late at this point anyway. Need to complete the outpost mining. And so the next time an alien event pops, we are ready. And that is probably what I'm going to try to end this episode off on.
Our efforts didn't have any effect.
Very sad. We'll perm assignment him there. Let's end the episode on a bang, on the assassination of an alien operative. I know at one point I forgot to do this because I borked it. Yeah, no threat level. We literally have 0 MC. We're of no threat to the aliens. But so yeah, the game plan as of so that way I don't have to rehash it here. I'll just queue these up. Public campaign. Let's go somewhere. EU has a lot of people.
I will
Go train
try
the
to
EU.
sway the public. Ready for my mission.
I gotta hit
Offering
permanent
counsel.
assignment on him. Perfect. So that way I don't have to rehash it.
Offering support.
Perm assignment. Look at this GDP. Oh, so good. Plan right now. We arrive at April 16th. We fill out completely as much as possible. As soon as we get a mine up to get positive on space resources, we move in on Earth and fill out LEO to max. We can smash. That's obviously not. So Hulk smash, I guess. Yep, whatever. Hulk smash. I'm not letting Xenoflora spawn.
Violence is
Just
abating.
wherever. I don't care. Perm assignment.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Things are cooling
You're at
off.
10. Outpost mining, very good. Go ahead and publicize, since we need the influence. We're losing influence, which is whatever at this point, because we're frankly put the only way we can get back under, which I think I'm gonna have to do at this point. Yep, abandoned Venezuela. Very sad. UN Office for Outer Space Affairs. Wow. It's not bad. Really? He has government. This guy, I'm so torn on him. He's like... The only reason, it's like he has government, so he's good. But it's just, is there anyone better than him? Mingaloo? She's government. Crew, suspicious. Agitator. And a quick one. Okay, so you're gone, dude. Control, crackdown, purge, blah blah blah. Yeah. Sorry, Chief. Yep. Not allowed to advance time, that's fine. Dismiss him. So whoever was wanting a quick learner person, you got your wish. Go to her. She has 6 ready. She's persuasion type person. So Rivers for humanity. Semiconductors, we need that for investigation. I'm gonna sell that org actually. We need the Theseus engineering for our faction. He's not good on science. Go ahead and throw this on here for more of a holder, and same with the science. Very much a placeholder type person at the moment, which is fine.
Ready to go. Making our case.
And she can go be useful in the EU boosting.
Lending my expertise.
Yep, very much the economy is not booming in China, which is fine. I want mission
Things are
control.
cooling off.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Colombia.
Things are stabilizing.
The people will come to
We'll
our
go
side.
investigate. That's a new one. That's, yeah. We'll go see what's poppin' in here. I either want to end the episode on the assassination of an alien operative, or
Ready.
well, this person is the hardest to
Eyes on
investigate,
target.
Acknowledged.
At your service.
and is right next to where that BS happened. So we'll do that. And this person, he will survey here, because it's going to observe the adjacent regions, which will do a ton. This person immediately bailed to Poland. Well, whoever you are, we're gonna find out who you are.
Initiating surveillance.
That's kind of a trick I use. I always just investigate the hardest to investigate person, because they're usually the aliens, because they have the best stats. And we'll go global listening network. It's gonna be useful to
We've got some intel
chain
on our
kill
target.
these. He's a resistance guy. Garbage.
Order is returning.
Public opinion is moving
There's a
in
servant.
our direction.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Kind of useless stats. Might blow them away anyway. But I don't think I'll blow them away anyway, because we're about to start generating a ton of hate, because I'm going to be chain blowing away every alien on Earth. So this guy, immediately, of course. Yeah, definitely not getting Megastar, because it's so bad. You are a national hero of what nationality? Chinese. Wow, I'll be honest, I'm lost. Is this just a person we were meaning to replace? Is this like the last guy we were meaning to dump? Or something like that? Because he's bad. Like, really bad. I mean, we're gonna keep him for now, but fuck me. I mean, give him government and national hero. Okay, he could be good later. For now, though, he's redeemable. So for now, we're just gonna keep boosting admin. Sorry, I completely lost my mind there. Investigate. You're really hard to investigate. Might as well do you.
We'll see what they're up to.
What's the order?
Arthur Poots.
Standing by.
Nope. Yep.
We'll
Deuce
turn down
there.
the heat.
I'm here.
And this guy can assault.
Digging into them.
That's Victor 6. What are you doing? Low Orth operations. Ugh. Well, hopefully that alien ship crashes, so that way we may give it a humanity first welcome to the planet. A picturesque scene of looking down the barrel of a gun. Hard one. We'll go ahead and get the fusion reactor.
Person of interest surveilled.
Academy. Whatever. Alright.
The people will come
Are
to
you?
our side.
Yeah, nobody important.
Things are stabilizing.
Alright, we'll send him back to advising India until something crazy happens, pretty much, at this point.
The LZ is secure.
Boost this more. Going 50-50, because we are starting to lose investment points. Not good.
Acknowledged.
Blow him away anyway. I'm fucking with you guys. I'm not just gonna kill whoever. Come on. I'm not that mean of a guy. I could just, nah, kidding you. Quite honestly, isn't worth it to just chain blow them away. It's better
Offering
off just
counsel.
advising.
What's the op?
Ready for your
Stabilize
orders.
here. We're good. We're
Your
good.
orders?
Yeah, we're actually good everywhere. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You fucker.
What's the op? I have them in my sights.
At your service.
That's no. There's somebody here.
Setting a watch.
Reporting in. We'll restore peace to this nation.
Yeah, you better run, buddy. It's too late.
Surveilling target area.
Someone's here.
Wrapping up here.
Target is down.
Yeah. There's a resistance guy. I don't care who you are. You're in America and there's a guerrilla war going on. You're getting blown away. See you later. Look at this.
We've moved the needle.
Aliens or somebody are in
Public
here.
sentiment is
Whoever that
reasonable
is.
with us.
The situation
You
remains
found
chaotic.
him. The rat. Go space tugs. He's responsible for this. For this. We've got to eliminate him before he triggers a civil war. I keep my eye off the USA for 1 second, they about overthrow the country.
Standing by for orders.
Yeah, you can't escape
Them
me.
down. Where to?
Your orders?
It's too
Ready
far
for
gone at this
orders.
point for us. I've got to let it self-stabilize at this point.
Restoring order.
Standing by.
Can't detain. You have a
We'll
good
make
chance
things
at
safe.
using ops to get rid of that. Yeah, he's running. Okay, the probes have arrived. Take me there. Alright. We can occupy 10 slots. We want all of the 5 slotted ones first. most noble metals on 5 slots first. 5 slots. 5 slots. Well, not slots, but resource types. So we got 3 more options here. So we've got everything of the 5 ones. Next most valuable is this. Then this. And if I take this, no more noble metals for people. And it's the next most water, which is good. Boom. Okay, so now we're lacking the MC, so what we can do, a bit of a miscalculation on my part. I screwed that as part of this strategy up. We'll go ahead and just send a Gaunt over to the moon. I want to see exactly what's on here to prioritize what I need to cut people out of here. This is really good though. Like, we're definitely going to get a couple more of these. So, I'd say all in all, the Martian Rush strat worked effectively well. On that point, we're going to boost more for going, quite frankly put.
Laying
Sorry,
the ground.
he went to Allied controlled Romania.
Missed my chance.
Oof.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Violence is abating.
Public opinion is moving in our
Yeah,
direction.
we reduced it a bit.
Order is returning.
Yeah, and he's only going unity, no military. Existence is pain on that front. But once we get to the next command phase here, boom. We did not unlock another one. I'm going to set this preset guy to go detect in America.
Ready for my mission.
Ready.
Pulse is needed
We'll
in
turn down the
Kazakhstan.
heat.
And
Where to?
Angel. I need to save this now for our first alien for full sins, so he's just going to survey.
Eyes up.
I'm not going to confirm the assignments. I'm going to leave this here, and as always, we will name it Episode 3, Humanity First YouTube. And that will be it for Terra Invicta. The plan going forward, of course, fill out the rest of the Martian slots, occupy Mars, drastically increase our CP cap. That is what we need the most. We can actually increase his admin by 1 here, which means we can go to here for the +1/+1, deneb intelligence, remove, and apply a much better investigations right here. Boom. So we have her, which we can increase her admin to allow for another slot, which I'm going to throw in this to give me more special ops command. Very good. And then resave over this save. So yeah, that is where I have to leave off. This episode is getting very, very long. I would rather to continue to play, but we said I was going to end it off on either Martian landing, which it was, Victor 6 is still not landed, or the assassination of an alien. And of course, I don't want to go too far on these episodes, because I want to keep your guys' the community involvement high in the decisions in these this campaign. So, as always, I ask you to like, comment, and subscribe, and mainly comment. Comments are the lifeblood of this series. And if people are wondering, really, when this series will end, well, quite frankly, when the comments end. I couldn't care less how many people, like the view count, or the like count, or really anything like that on these videos. The main thing I care about is comments on these videos, because that's the lifeblood. It's the whole point of doing this series, is episode by episode getting community involvement back from the Terra Invicta community, discussing what strategies we want to pursue forward as a community, and everything like that. It's the whole point. It's the Humanity First YouTube, but it is the community's playthrough of Humanity First and Terra Invicta. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and please do like, comment, and subscribe. All of them extremely help the channel in general, to help reach, to allow the rest of the Terra Invicta community see these videos, to get them involved in this content, but mainly comments. Comments help the most with this series in particular, as it is the lifeblood of the series, and on every video I will end up reading if a comment pertains to something in the game, either a comment, a question, a suggestion, some experience, or whatever. As you've seen in these first 2 episodes I posted, and now going into the 3rd one, I read every comment. I will read every comment that pertains to Terra Invicta in some way that makes logical sense to explain in the videos. I appreciate everybody who's leaving comments behind, saying that they love the series and that it's helping. Those are also great. It shows other people that the content is worth engaging with, but also in general it really does help the reach of the video, and the comments do help make the next videos become even better than the previous. So thank you all for watching. I will see you next time on the continuation of our Terra Invicta Humanity First playthrough.